Hello guys, it's me, Nikki. Hello. Welcome to Halloweek Day 1, baby. I know this might be a lot to handle all at once, but welcome to Halloweek Day 1. Halloweek is a week on my channel where I upload every day for 7 days, which equals to a week. I wanted to start this year off by doing my rendition of a skull look. I think when people think of Halloween makeup, skull is pretty far up the list of words that enter our brain. I feel like I've done a skull before. I've definitely done a skull before. And I was inspired by Creative Cliche on Instagram, and I saw her do this sort of outline sketchy skull look, and then I was like, well, what if we add drips, and what if the drips are glitter? So I'm introducing to you this drippity droppity, drip too hard skull Halloween glam makeup look. I, crazily enough, feel very sexy in this. Like I've got the long, dark, luscious locks, I'm jeweled up, I'm dripping. Without any further ado, if you would like to see how to get this Halloween drip skull glam makeup look for Halloween, Halloweek Day 1, then keep watching. Wow, I really woke up this morning and said I shall wear all the ear jewelry. All right, so for this skull drippity droppity drip too hard glam look, it is important to prime if you are wearing this to a Halloween party or just a party in and of itself. And my favorite combo as of lately is these two right here, Fenty Beauty for the longevity and the Versali Skin Tune for like the pore minimizing. For foundation today, I want to be diving into the brand new NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and I'm gonna use the color Fair. And I'm just gonna bounce this into the skin. Now, you can go for a lighter base to kind of get that like skull look going. I'm already pale as a flipping ghost, so I'm just gonna try and stay close to my skin to maybe make it a little lighter, but not too lighter. For concealer, I'm using the brand new Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. This is quickly becoming my favorite. It's so rich in pigment, it's so creamy, and it actually lasts on me without creasing. So I'm gonna be using Chiffon, which is like a more yellow toned concealer, and this has been like the color for my face to cancel out like blueness underneath my eyes. But then to lighten it, and since we went for a little bit of a lighter base, I'm mixing it with lace. And now, of course, to make it last even longer, you wanna set it with a powder, and I'm setting my under eyes using the Fit Me Loose powder by Maybelline in 05. It's nice and light. And I wanna try the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Magic powder to set the rest of my face. Okay, that just made my skin look absolutely airbrushed. The only thing I'm noticing is that the scent of this powder is pretty damn horrible. It smells like plastic, smelly old socks. I also noticed that the powder is a lot more pink than other powders I have in my collection. So if you are more on the yellow tone, be cautious with this because it's making you a little pink. Other than that, hello. She is a clean canvas ready for a skull. Okay, it still smells like plastic old smelly socks in here, but moving on. If doing your brows is one of your least favorite things to do in your makeup routine, today's video is for you because we're actually not gonna do much to the brows because they're gonna get covered up by the skull look anyway, so we're actually not gonna touch them now. We're gonna move straight on to eyes. The eyes are gonna be super easy too. So first I'm gonna prime using the P. Louise base and then moving on to this palette right here. This is the Morphe 35V. I've been using this one a lot. Not the blue section, because blue is like really not my color, but like the neutral section. And this color in particular, that color is called First Date. This color, I don't know how, I don't know why, but on the skin, it's like this beaming glow. Usually glowy shadows and eyeshadows are super like light reflective. This looks like it's like warm, like it's like beaming. It's like a warm, glowing, like it's actually hot to touch, like it's glowing from within. It's like such an amazing color that I would almost recommend this palette just for this color alone. Yep, I said it. Just using a dry beauty blender, I am bouncing that eye primer on. Okay, let's build some structure into that crease, some depth, and I'm going in with a mixture of this one and this one. And I'm just gonna start brushing this into the crease using big circular motions. Let's build some depth. And we're going all the way to that inner sort of socket right here along the bridge of the nose. Like when I say we are building depth, I say depth, like we can build a castle on here. And I also kind of push the brush in my brow and then move it forward towards sort of my nose. And that will create a lovely, lovely little shade right there. Okay, then I'm going in with that beautiful, beautiful sort of like beaming from within look. First date, picking that up on a bigger brush and patting it onto the inner part of that lid. Just, oh, man, that color, it's like so hard to describe because you would think it's like this ordinary champagne color. It's not. And I'm totally dragging it onto that inner corner here to create sort of like an open look. Now I like this for the top. It has enough structure and depth for the skull look and it has enough glam. When you look at the bottom, since we are gonna add like that skull eye socket and we're gonna shade it inwards, you don't wanna make this too intense. I would be the one that would go, oh, you don't wanna make it too dark, and then proceeds to make it too dark. So I'm trying to control the urge to make this super intense. Like, oh yeah, but I just want to drag it in all the way now. Control yourself. Of course I am gonna add a wing, because who doesn't want to be a skull that has a wing? Yeah. All right, and that's it, believe it or not, all we're gonna do for the eyes. So I'm now gonna do the other eye off camera, add a lash. You can make the lash as dramatic as you like. It is a known fact that I love myself a lash, so I'm gonna add a lash and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so here we have the look with the lashes, and I added some lashes at the bottom for that nice little, I always think it gives a nice little drag look, which you know I love, so we went there. Okay, moving on. It's time for the skull. So first let's focus on the eyes. We're gonna be drawing in sort of like the eye socket. So picking up some black shadow from that Morphe palette, and we're gonna go above the brow with this. And yes, it will look like a weird brow first. Now we're gonna drag this down. Then we're gonna drag this to the nose. I'm also gonna deepen this front here of the brow, and then I'm also gonna do that sort of signature skull curve at the brow. Okay, now that we have the general outline, we want to shade on the inside, blending inwards. And if you're thinking to yourself, oh my Lord, Nikki, this is looking like trash. I feel like this, especially with Halloween makeup, it all looks like a freaking mess until the very end. And it might still look like a mess then, but it's Halloween. I'm quickly gonna do the same on my other eye. Okay, so I know Halloween looks are just very intricate, sort of detailed, extreme looks can be a little bit intimidating and confusing, so just remember, just take it one step at a time. If you're working on eyes, let's focus on eyes and then move on to the next step. So I feel like eyes are pretty good right now. I tried out a couple of like paint splatters to kind of see if I would like it. I ended up liking it, so I'll play on that further later on. Now we're gonna focus on the nose. For the nose, we're doing the classic skull nose. So we want a little stripey here, a little stripey here. One is higher than the other. Then from that, you're coming down and go to the side of the nose. And fill this in. All right, and I always think that skulls look a lot cooler when they have those little squiggly lines and like tiny little detail-y lines, because I feel like it just makes it look a little bit more cracked and real. So just around the nose, I'm gonna add this stuff right here. All right, time for the cheeks and the mouth. First, I want to determine where I want my sort of hollowed out teeth, cheekbones to be. So I'm just gonna kind of sketch a shape in. That goes back up. This is the open jaw area. All right, rough sketch. Now we're gonna shade from this line downwards. Adding the tiniest bit of black. Now let's fill this situation in here, shall we? Boom. Okay, cheeks are carved and delicious. Time for the teeth. First, I'm gonna draw a line like this, connecting this as an actual mouth. Quickly popping a highlight on my lip before we draw the teeth. And let's go ham with these teeth, honey. Now let's go back in and add those little crackly details. Of course, my skull is extra, so she has to wear highlighter. All right, now it's time for the drippity drew drop, drip too hard drips. First, let's remove the jewels. Okay, hair out of the way. I'm gonna take a black water activated paint and I'm gonna draw out a jawline and then make a drip, drippity droop drop. Okay, let's make a drip. I'm going to need a shower after this. Oh yeah, that's going everywhere. Oh, yep, that's definitely ending up in my boob. Okay. And then we're adding some black to the forehead. And then spraying it a tiny bit. And then wait for it to come down. And to stop the dripping, you want to tilt your head back and then dry it, fan it, so it dries in place. And then just to have some fun with it, I'm gonna add some glitter drops, like these, right in the mix. And the drops I'm using are by this brand right here, the Gypsy Shrine. And I just feel like that adds a touch of fun, like glitter and the scariness. I mean, I'm all about it. And I mean, I really like this stuff. Having like a cool edgy look and then having those drops that have like a hint of sparkle in there on the forehead. I like it. Alrighty, let me put on a wig and I'll be right back. And that, guys, concludes this glitter drip skull glam drippity droppity scully glammy look. I cannot tell you how much fun I had with this first Halloweek episode, the first of the week, and I feel like it's the perfect mix of spooky and glam. Now, of course, if you want to make this more scary, you can add creepy contacts, but I'm saving that for later this week. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this first episode of Halloweek, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. I want to thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.